So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
I'd like to give all glory and praise and honor unto the Most High. And, Kanye been trending, this week. You know what I mean? And you see what he said right there. He said Harriet Tubman never freed the slaves. He just pretty much had them work for other white people, man. And everybody, you know what I mean? They started, chastising them, and what they like to say is Kanye crazy, this, that, and the third. I never thought he was crazy, I never thought the dude was crazy, I think he's perfectly in his right frame of mind, It's just that people are just, they're just sheep and they don't want to accept the truth, and, they're always going to try to find ways to control, those that's, that's, that has that leadership qualities in them, and Kanye has that, even though he's one of the people, like, he did sell out, too, but I really feel like, he's, fighting against the devil, man, he's fighting against the devil, and he don't want to go completely under, man, but, right here, what he said about Harriet Tubman, man, it's true, man, and, growing up in school, they gave us Harriet Tubman, they pushed that story on us. I never questioned it, I like the story. I like the story of a revolutionary, somebody that, freed slaves and things like that. But, when I started questioning her story is when they put her on the $20 bill, That's when I was like, all right, we got to pump the brakes on this one, Because everybody on that $20 bill was a damn Freemason, man. And we know what those guys do. All manner of wickedness, So that's when I was like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop right there, And then Kanye came out and he said this, And then it caused me to start researching, about Harriet Tubman, man. And come to find out, she's a damn sellout too, a damn Freemason, man. And so it's like I knew, man. Like, they're not gonna put no black woman on no $20 bill, man, unless you done some grimy crap. Unless you done some grimy crap, they're not gonna put no black woman on no $20 bill. So we're gonna get into this, this clip real quick. I got a few slides in between. And keep in mind, what this guy, the speaker that's talking to, he claims he's a contract killer for the Most High, but the only thing that was kind of throwing me off when he was speaking, was he keeps throwing up like this, like the 666 hand sign, and touching his, the size of his glasses with both hands, and I'm like, that's kind of like, Masonic crap too, and I don't know if he's doing it unknowingly. But you talking about Freemasonry and stuff like that. You should already know what the hell is going on. But you can't. You don't even know who to trust anymore, man. But it was some good information though, man. And we're gonna check it out.
And any time going back in slavery, here in the Americas and around the world, any time when a slave was talking liberation, was talking emancipation, all of the other slaves were trained by their slave masters to call that man or woman mentally unstable. So what Kanye West is going through and what Dave Chappelle went through a few years ago is nothing new, as we're talking about Kanye West, Harriet Tubman, and the Prince Hall.
So you heard what he said, man. Anytime somebody's really about the movement, anytime somebody's really about liberation and they're serious about it, they're always gonna have the Sambos and the buck dancing coons come out and say this person's mentally ill. And we know for exactly that he's telling the truth, because this is exactly what's happening to us right now. It's the same thing that's happening to us. And that's why I know Kanye West was never crazy. It's just that the sheep don't want to accept the truth. They've been lied to so much. You know what I mean? That they don't want to accept the truth. You know what I mean? You know. So the first place I like to look is in the comment section. Right here, you got this guy. I mean, this comment is 11 months old, almost a year old. So it had been there, you know what I mean, for some time. But you see, like, there's a lot of truth in the comment sections right here. And it says right here, I had heard she was an Eastern Star, supposedly a Masonic sect. These Freemasons are Satanists, and to my understanding, a lot of Uncle Toms. Uncle Tom was a good guy, so replace that with Sambo. I mean, a lot of them are Sambos throughout history. Have been affiliated with a satanic oath of some sort. I think blacks may have been pursuing this so that they didn't suffer like other blacks, and so they could have a better life than others blacks, regardless of what they may have done or have been portrayed to have done. So yeah, man. A lot of them are Sambos. So basically, you know what I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of that masonry crap going on back on the plantation too. I mean, if Harriet Tubman, I mean, she was an Eastern Star, you know what I mean, and like I said, a lot of these guys, they don't want to suffer, they don't want to go through and grind. So basically, it's all about, you know what I mean, selling the next man, selling the other man down the drain, you know what I mean, so you could come up. You know what I mean, because like you're saying right here, they don't want to suffer like everybody else. They don't want to be on a plantation, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, getting whooped like everybody else. So they're gonna do the bidding of a master, and become that snowball from the Django. You know what I mean? They're gonna become that guy. You know what I mean? That's gonna whip on the next slave. You know what I mean? If he don't listen. You know what I mean? That's gonna snitch on the next slaves. That's trying to run. You know what I mean? To walk away. Call him crazy. This, that, and the third. Man. Yeah. So that's what they're doing. I did a video on this already. I mean, showing you like, I mean, the boule. You know what I mean? How they would rather work. I mean, work for the crumbs or the blessing of the powers that be, than the nation bill. But let's keep going. It says right here, these people at times can accomplish great things because they have sold out to Satan, and that's exactly what a Satanist, skip the parentheses, would want. It's exactly what the devil would want. I mean, say, look at the Illuminati cattle. Still, they have to play ball for the establishment at least occasionally. Look at the Illuminati cattle sacrifices, or even the trinification of themselves and their children. Yeah, they got to do all manner of wickedness. You know what I mean? Turn the genders of their children. You know what I mean? Change the genders of their children. I mean, it's like all a big game, man. You know what I mean? And these guys are highly esteemed, but we're gonna keep going, man. I mean, right here, I got another comment. You know what I mean? I said it's true. She's also an Eastern Star, which is connected to the Freemasons. There's no way she would be able to free all those slaves and still be alive. You know what I mean? So, so it's people that was thinking out the box, man, back then. And the truth is in these comment sections, man. And this is why they try to. I mean, they try to keep guys like Kanye. You know what I mean? They, keep their mouth shut, because just him saying something as simple as that, it caused people to, to research, to wake up. You know what I mean?
And going back into the 1700s, it was through Rothschild money. And you notice that photo there of Harriet Tubman. Notice her hands. That is a high-ranking Prince Hall Masonic hand sign. Yes, according to the book Masonic Abolitionists, Freemasonry, and the Underground Railroad in Illinois by Darrell Lamar Andrews, he declared that this particular hand sign by Harriet Tubman, it represents that not only was she a Prince Hall Mason, in the Prince Hall Masonic Order was established in Philadelphia.
See, I don't know, man. So you see, she was doing the the hand symbolism back then. I mean, making a triangle with her hands, and I mean, it sucks, man. You know what I mean? But it's always somebody, you know what I mean, on a higher platform that's pulling the strings. You know what I mean? And what they like to do, they like to use a lot of people as the faces. You know what I mean? And deceive them. you know, so they could you know, so they could do their bidding, you know. So maybe she may have been deceived back then. I don't know, man. I'm not sure, man. I mean, and I believe that's what happened with Martin Lucifer King. You know what I mean? Because he was into that Freemasonry crap too, man. You know what I mean? And he admitted that he let out his people into a burning building. You know, at Martin Lucifer King, man. And you see, I mean, they got statues of this guy all over the place. You know, I mean, they love to use his name. That and you know, what I mean, like I said, that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination, man. So, you know, it's to the point now, like, you know, we got to look at the people that they demonize in history. You know what I mean? As the people that was good. I mean, anybody that they're praising, you know, they can't be good, man. You know what I mean? Because they're always gonna put some corrupt leader in front of us, man. You know what I mean? Or have them do some grimy stuff. Because like I said, I was saying before, ain't no way. You know what I mean? They put no black person on no $20 bill without them doing some, you know what I mean, grimy stuff. And this is what these niggas gotta do, man. You know what I mean? When they join these groups, you know, they gotta do grimy stuff, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To be accepted, man. I mean, and that's what the Lord said. Once again, that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in His eyes, man. So let's keep going, man.
Enslavement. These gentlemen, John Brown, Levi Coffin, Albert Pike, including a man by the name of Rob Morris, who was the creator of the Eastern Stars. So Harriet Tubman was not only a Eastern Star, but she was also a Prince Hall Mason that was specifically chosen. And I want you to listen to this because this is mind-blowing. She was specifically chosen to emancipate the Black diaspora from the South to the North, not to liberate Black people, but to recruit engineers and land surveyors to help the Northern military and financial industrial complex. Abolition. So they sent abolitionists to recruit Harriet Tubman in order to give forth the psyop of what we call manumission. And what is manumission? It means slavery that's been redesigned. So once you are touched by an abolitionist or chosen, you are to be redesigned in order to be emancipated. Though we are free legally, but psychologically and spiritually, people are only slaves because those people have been redesigned. We will come back here.
So like that's exactly what Kanye was saying, you know. And basically he said the same thing. It was never really about, you know, freeing the slaves. You know, basically what she did was move them from one point to the next point. You know what I mean? Just to work for another set of powers that be, so they could win the war. You know, and they wanted the best, you know what I mean, engineers, the best bricklayers and things like that. You know, but you know they never gonna tell us this in school. You know, you know, of course not. They're not gonna tell us these things. You know, you know. You know, and I'm gonna put the link in the description box to this, you know, because it was very eye-opening, you know. And basically, what this guy was saying, you know, like, you know, I mean, she had Masonic hideouts where she would go hide out, you know. You know, they had everything mapped out for her already. You know what I mean, it was all part of their plan. They already had this set in stone, man. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. You know, and this black liberation, you know what I mean, you got too many people working against us, man. You know what I mean? That's of our own hue. And of course, it's powers that's be, you know what I mean, like I was saying, you know, that's greater, that's pulling the strings, you know. But these guys, man, all they care about is money, you know. And that's why, man, I'm glad the Most High is bringing that separation now, you know, and the kingdom to come. You know what I mean? If you sold out here on this earth, you're not gonna make it, man. You know what I mean? You know, you're not gonna make it. That's why the Most High said, you know, not to take no secret oaths. Like I was saying before, you're not supposed to be taking no secret oaths and doing all manner of wickedness in the dark. You know, but you know, the Lord said all this stuff is gonna come to light, man. I mean, nothing that is secret, nothing that is hidden is gonna stay hidden forever. It's all gonna come out. You know. So we're gonna keep going.
We have to pray for our brother, okay, Kanye West, because I gotta say this, his life is on the line, okay? His life is on the line. So we got to pray for him, because there are powers that be in this country that want to take him out by diagnosing him as schizophrenic, as post-traumatic stress disorder, as a schizophrenic type of person that is unstable. Allow me to bust your bubble here today as we're talking about Kanye West, Harriet Tubman, and the paradigm called the Prince Hall Masonic Order. So
what does that sound like, man? What does that sound like? Does that not sound like, I mean, targeting an individual? What they say about us? You know what I mean? Hey, this guy's schizophrenic. This guy's this. This guy's that. I mean, when actually we're trying to tell the truth. When actually we're on point. I mean, it's the same thing that they're doing to him. It's the same thing that they did to Dave Chappelle or Britney Spears too. You know, that's why she shaved all her hair off. You know. And you know, one thing I wanted to point out too is like, you know, somebody that's like a buck dancing coon that's always gonna come out. You know what I mean, and go against that person that's telling the truth, and that person was like you know, T.I. You know what I mean? And what a coincidence. His name is T.I. too. Like, oh man, T.I. So, you know what I mean? So, this is what he posted. You know what I mean? Nah, we can't let you do that, yay. What we not gonna do is slander or disrespect the legacy of our Queen Harriet Tubman by telling falsities in our attempt to discredit the contribution she made to liberate our people. Cause you bugger, this is absolutely too far. I truly hope that you have a logical explanation for all this, or get the medical attention you need, so desperately you need, bro. I say this in love and sincerity. So you see, you always gonna have the buck dancing sambo. You know what I mean? The ace in the ace card. They always have like a ace card sambo that they send out. You mean to do their bidding, man. You know what I mean? So basically, I mean, Kanye's really on point, and he's trying to like, drop hints. And you always got the buck dancing nigga, you mean, that's gonna come out and try to stop him. You mean, because for what? For paper money, man. You mean, this is a nigga that plays both sides, you know. One minute he's an activist, next minute he's rapping about guns, this, that, and the third. I mean, you know, it's crazy, man. Nah, man. Get the medical attention. It's the same thing they say about us, man. Yeah.
And as we're talking about Kanye West, Harriet Tubman, in the Prince Hall paradigm, every Black person of any financial significance is not only a Booley Secret Society member, but they are a Prince Hall Mason, okay? As we're talking about Kanye West, Harriet Tubman, in the Prince Hall paradigm, okay? And this is the reason why many Black people in this nation are not free, because the Democratic Party was not designed to liberate Black people. It was designed for you to have a race card with an unlimited balance in order for you to be kept in victimhood and self-enslavement as a redesigned slave in order for you to be emancipated. We're going to take a quick break here.
So yeah, man, all these guys, man, all these celebrities, including Kanye himself, because he did sell out. You know, he said he sold his soul for a Happy Meal. You know, and but I feel like, you know what I mean, like, I mean, throughout the industry, man, they always kind of portray him as somebody that was unstable, and that's probably because he's been rebelling against the system, man. You know what I mean? And you see this, you see things like that happen with people like DMX. You know what I mean? They keep getting locked up. People like Cat Williams. You know what I mean? That and they went through like stints where they were just getting in trouble, and that was, you know what I mean, that was because they were being targeted. You know. So. Like he was saying, all these guys sold out. Kanye, he did sell out, but I feel like, he's fighting the devil, man. He's fighting. I don't know how it's gonna turn out for him though, man, because you gotta give it all up. I mean, you gotta start preaching that word, man. But could be another publicity stunt too. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You can't really trust these guys. That, you know what I mean? Because he does have an album coming out soon. It could be another publicity stunt. But you never know, man. You never know. So I just want to give all praise and honor to the Most High, man, and that's it, man. Hopefully this was edifying, and I'll post the link in the description box, so you guys could check it out, man. That's it.